I've been playing Pokemon for quite a while now, pretty much since the Earth's crust cooled and man took his first steps out of the primordial soup.
Well, don't look at me like I'm frickin' Frankenstein. Give your father a hug.
And ever since I've been playing Pokemon, I've found loads of weird things about the series in general. And in this brand new maybe series of videos, I'm going to be ripping apart the first generation. And trust me, there's a lot to make fun of.
He's already dead.
Think of this video like an expertly edited roast of my beloved boomer generation of Pokemon. I'm pretty sure all the young people that watch this will get a kick out of it because you hate us Gen 1ers for whatever reason. Damn young people making me feel old and stuff. And if there's any weird stuff I miss in this video, please do leave me a comment telling me because I could easily do a part 2 for Gen 1. And if you don't have anything to say, give me a Weedle yeah down in the comments to help me with the YouTube algorithm. And a like.
Of course!
So without further ado, let's roast Gen 1 like a potato in an oven on a Sunday afternoon. Now this might seem like a bit of a weird one to start with, but I feel like this one fundamentally breaks the whole sense of realism in the game. There's no roads. There's no country roads, there's no highway to hell, and there certainly ain't no rainbow road, I'll tell you that for sure.
Did you see what I did there?
It's just walking paths everywhere. How do they transport goods from place to place? How is commerce achieved with no roads for cars? Maybe it's done with this one special truck that has a god in it. But there is boats, so they could get the stuff in like that, but they can't transport them from the port cities to the other cities. And don't even get me started on what the inhabitants of this world are even eating. Is there normal animals? Do they have factory farms full of Pikachus that they chuck into a meat grinder to make Pika Nuggets with? Or maybe they live in a completely vegetarian society. But wait, could that mean grass Pokemon wouldn't count as meat and vegans would eat them? It's only the first section and I'm already left with more questions than answers. I'm like a Pokemon conspiracy theorist now. They're turning the Politoads gay! You might say, Jake, this game is a cobbled together mess from the 90s, don't look this deep into it. But what I'll say to that is the whole point of this video is for me to be a pedantic
Pardon my French!
There's so many things that puzzle me in this gen, but nothing puzzles me more than why some Pokemon can't learn things they should obviously be able to learn. And the best example of this is what Pokemon can learn fly in this gen. Got a two-headed dodo looking thing that has no wings? Don't worry, you can fly around on that thing all day, no problems there, chief. How about some tiny birds that you could easily crush with your bare hands? No problem there, they'll ferry you right across the sky. They're obviously like ants where they can carry 50 times their own body weight, duh you hater. But you see, this 5-foot dragon with these massive wings here, yeah, he can't learn fly or ferry you across the sky, even though he's part flying to his great detriment in the meta of these games. That's like a slap in the face. Having the thing that could reasonably fly you about not do that would make too much sense, and us here at Game Freak don't like to make sense. Goes against our branding, mate.
Dang it, guess you have to deal with our packages.
And since we're talking about moves, the one thing that always annoyed me was Double Slap. It's not a move that can hit 2 times, it hits more. Double implies that it should be 2 slaps and then you're out, but it can go on for 5 slaps. They managed to get it right with Double Kick. Look at that, 2 kicks and the boy's done like it should be. But yeah, slap me, slap you apparently.
When you're slapped, you'll take it and like it.
And how about the Pokemon that can learn Surf in Gen 1? It legitimately has no logic or thought behind it whatsoever. So you've got Rhydon, Nidoking and Nidoqueen. Why can they all learn Surf? Canonically, they're all weak to water. Wouldn't they all just immediately faint as soon as they entered the water by Pokemon's own internal logic?
Don't go in the water.
And not to mention that much like the flying Pokemon, half the water Pokemon that can learn Surf are obviously way too small to transport you across the Davy Jones cumsock drawer. I mean, look at Goldeen, it can barely handle just existing, let alone some fat sweaty nerd with pockets full of Doritos mounting it like it was one of their statues of their anime waifus. And talking of fatties, why can Snorlax learn Surf? You've seen how much that thing likes to move. It's probably just going to jump in the sea and then fall asleep and leave you at the mercy of the tide. You'd get to Cinnabar Island with the pace of an asthmatic ant carrying heavy shopping up a particularly steep hill. And don't even get me started on the annoying git move that's Wrap and Bind in this gen that can get you stuck in a continual death loop.
Am I bugging or is fucking Mary dead right now, bro?
Okay, so Gen 1 doesn't exactly have the best sprites. I know it, you know it, your mum knows it, and so does your father's best friend's former roommate. So let's start with the classic example of Coffin. He's upside down. His face is the wrong way around. Okay, let's fix that for you, buddy. There you go.
It's beautiful!
So little time, so many faces to fix like a plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills. And now for another offender of the eyes, and this one might piss some of you off. So it's universally agreed on that Gen 1 bar none has the best set of starters ever created, and it doesn't matter who you like the best, they're all valid. And how do they look in this game? You've got Squirtle and his whole line who look pretty great even if Blastoise looks like he's been hitting the pizzeria a few too many times.
You really are a fat bastard. You know, that hurts my feelings. I've tried going on a diet, you know.
You've got the outsider pick Bulbasaur and his whole line that honestly, considering how bad some Pokemon look in this game, came off pretty good. Sure, Charmander and Charmeleon don't look too bad at all, but Charizard for some reason looks like he has some kind of brain injury.
Both today and yesterday.
This one isn't necessarily bad, just kind of unnerving. Why does Executor look like he has the energy of Jack from The Shining? He looks like he's about to break into your house and kill everyone you care about until finally killing you. And there's Jinx. The less said about Jinx, the better, really.
Jinx! Jinx! Bitch, shut up!
And how about Kadabra, whose sprite I don't hate, but why is one of his arms so weird looking? It looks like he's got a hand that's holding another hand. It has vibes of this weird eldritch monkey that creeps me out every time I see it. And can we just take a moment to talk about Caterpie and how much it sucks and how much I don't like him? This guy in Viridian City is like wasted in the middle of the day, and this isn't a game intended for children. I could imagine them in the Game Freak office being like, we need a roadblock for this town, what should we put there? Hark, what's that out of the window? That's perfect, let's put it in the game. I mean, if you're doubting me, they say he had his coffee so he's okay now. Right. Did anyone else think he was battling you the first time he showed you how to catch a Pokemon, or was it just me? And in a similar vein, how about this pervert guy in Celadon City who's constantly looking at the hot babes in Erica's gym all day?
You see, this game is for children's.
And another thing I've always thought about is the hikers in Gen 1. Aren't they a little bit fat to be climbing mountains? What about the woman who gives you Fly? Who is she and why does she not want anyone to find her? I always thought this was a bit suspicious. Is she on the lam from the police or something? Or is she like a celebrity and this is her secret hideout? And why does the warden have a full set of gold teeth? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Is he a cloud rapper waiting to drop his hot new mixtape? How about these guys whose job it is to float in the water all day to check people's badges for the Elite Four? I mean, first off, why is there 8 separate people doing the same job? That's entirely inefficient. If it was up to me, I'd fire them all and have one guy check all the badges. I don't care about your crying family. The bloat in this organisation has to go.
How would the bookkeepers like to be suddenly
I mean, not to mention being waterbound that long means they must all look like weird wrinkly sea creatures at this point. That can't be humane. This one is just me ragging on Mr. Fuji because he's kind of a dick. You fight your way through hordes of ghosts and Team Rocket grunts to save him. And he's just like, nah bro, I didn't need you to save me. Take this recorder that I found in my sofa. I don't want it anymore, it pains me. One thing I've always wondered is what the hell was Bill doing trying to turn himself into a Pokemon? Is it some kind of weird fetish that he wants to live out? Maybe he's like, the police keep showing up when I try to bang Pokemon, but if I was a Pokemon it would be totally legal. But if I turn into a Nidoking, I can't breed with Nidoqueen for some reason. That's real, look it up.
Now I am leaving Earth for no reason!
Why does this man have a duck beak for a penis? Well, there you go, there's a bunch of random pedantic nonsense that I find weird about the first gen of Pokemon. Let me know in the comments what stuff you think is weird that I might not have mentioned. Because as I said, I wouldn't mind doing another video in this format about Gen 1 if I can get enough ideas and suggestions. But do tell me if you want me to do this format for the other gens of Pokemon because it was a fun little video to edit. Help a brother out and leave a Weedle yeah in the comments and a like on this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.